on the Oklahoma Sports Network. We've already had a couple games earlier today. Carl Albert and Newcastle both cruising to easy victories. They'll have their important game coming up at 4 o'clock. We'll have an important game at 4 o'clock as we feature two Mid-Del teams, the Midwest City Bombers and the Del City Eagles. The winner of this game will play at 4 o'clock, the very next game here, against the defending 5A champs, the Duncan Demons, where the winner of that game will be one win away from making a state tournament appearance next week. My name's Jordan Ray. I'm happy to be joined by Micah Unruh. Micah, thank you for joining me. And, you know, as they say, it's always exciting when these two schools meet in the postseason. We saw it in basketball for girls and boys, and it's great we can see it in baseball.
Yeah, it definitely is. It's a great afternoon for baseball. It's always a great afternoon to be away from the office. Thank you. It's always a good day to be here for baseball. Good day to be away from the office. Looking forward to this matchup. It's a crosstown rival, definitely in-district rival, and it's always going to be a good rival, a good game, no matter what sport we're playing, whether it's football, basketball, or baseball.
Absolutely. Let's go ahead and give you the starting lineups. Midwest City will be the road team. That's determined by coin toss a few minutes before the game. And starting lineups are brought to you by Eastside Church of Christ. Thank you, Tracy Mussett, for what you do for the Oklahoma Sports Network, and we appreciate your church, the Eastside Church of Christ, as they share the love of Christ in the community while serving others. They're located at 916 South Douglas Boulevard in Midwest City. Go check them out online at ecoc.church. For Midwest City, their batting order will look like this. Lincoln, the leadoff man. King, center field, leading off, of course. James Washburn, the shortstop, batting second. Caden Fixico will play first base in this game, and he'll bat third. He expects to bat third in the next game and pitch. The catcher is the cleanup hitter, Terrence Rideau. Nick Browder will pitch this game, and he will bat fifth. Jesse Bain, the third baseman, bats sixth. Noah Polston is the second baseman, batting second. And then a scratch here in the lineup, Jalen Muse will play right field in place of Tavinsky Long, who is nursing an injury. We'll see if Tavinsky makes an appearance at some point this weekend. And finally, Aries Sanchez bats ninth and then plays left field. The fielders for the Del City Eagles look something like this. From left field to right field, we got Braxton Alexander in left, Caden Wiley in center, Colton Halliday in right. The infield for Del City is Tyja Sparks Jr. at third, Jacoby Wormsley at short, Ari Mace at second, Blake Unruh the first baseman, and the battery for Del City is Josh Hardiman the pitcher and Jason Standifer the catcher. All right, Micah, you're a bit surprised that Blake was playing first base. I thought that was interesting.
Yeah, I was. I'm glad to see that he's there. He spends his time during the season in right field and at pitcher, but he's working into making a pretty decent first baseman.
Well, he's just a versatile guy. I know he plays shortstop some too in the
yes.
In some of the games, like whether it's JV or varsity. Same challenge either way. Here's Lincoln King taking a first pitch strike. Anything you can tell us about the pitcher for Del City, Hardiman?
Yeah, so this is Josh Hardiman. He's been in the rotation all season long, and he's been steadily improving throughout the season. Good to see us start out with a strike there.
King hits a right to the second baseman. This is Mays. Has to throw it quickly to first and wasn't accurate enough throw. He was off the bag as Blake had to really stretch for that one, and that's probably on the throw there. So I would guess that would go down as perhaps an E4.
Yep.
So the leadoff man is aboard, and now here's James Washburn for the Bombers. And the winner will play Duncan here.
Well, that's going to be a tough turnaround to play this game and then turn around and play the best in the state.
Well, especially since Duncan is going to use their best pitcher. King will take off, and he gets in there on time. He's got plenty of wheels. Not a bad throw from Standifer, but
yeah, it looked like the throw was going to beat him, but I think King had a little bit of athleticism in there and got around the tag.
So King takes second. I couldn't tell whether that was first pitch ball. I believe it was.
It's a ball, yes.
Yeah, so count goes 1-0. And now it's even at 1-1.
Outside strike there, looking good.
So he's throwing strikes is Hardiman. We'll see if that continues. One pitch. That's hit to short. Good throw there is made by Jacoby Wormsley, and Unruh catches it cleanly for 1 out. King does advance to third, so the Bombers have an RBI opportunity with a runner at third, less than 2 outs. And one of their best RBI guys, Caden Fixico, will try to bat him in.
Left-handed batter here, looking like we're shifting a little bit in the outfield.
You don't see a lot of shifting in high school is one thing I've noticed. I can't do it all in the majors.
Right.
That pitch is low for a ball.
Yeah, it doesn't look like the second baseman has shifted as much as I would expect, but he's still shaded a little bit to the right. Timeout for Shutai at third.
That being the base runner Washburn. This inning and the top of each inning brought to you by Buffalo Wild Wings in Del City. 5500 Tinker Diagonal, Buffalo Wild Wings, where every day is game day. And Fixico showing bunt. Then he swings away and fouls it off. You could hear it clang on a building. All foul balls brought to you by A-Grade Lawn Care. For a lawn above the rest, choose A-Grade Lawn Care. That makes it strike one. That one's put into play, and it's going to drop for a base hit. So it's 1-0 Midwest City and an RBI single. And solid contact made by Caden Fixico, who was recently moved up in the batting order from fourth to third. And that's they want Terrence Rideau batting cleanup, so he can protect Fixico, and we'll see how he does here with his first at bat of the postseason. But Midwest City now leads 1-0.
1 out for the Eagles, runner at first.
First pitch is a strike. Rideau figures to catch this game, and then if Midwest City wins, of course, turn around and catch the next game without much rest in between. I'm sure the same would be true for Standifer. And Rideau puts one in play. Fixico is taking off, and it drops. Fixico can't get very far. He had to wait to see if it was going to fall or not, but that would be a bloop single for Rideau, and now 2 runners on for the pitcher in this game for Midwest City, Nick Browder.
Yeah, that was a long run for Braxton Alexander to make to get that catch. He was right there on the bounce, though, and was able to get it in, hold the lead runner to second base, first and second.
Yeah, one of the things that we'll see, the wind has picked up because I've been here for about an hour and a half, and it wasn't as much of a factor until just now. We'll see what type of impact that has on those balls hit to the outfield. Browder.
Infield fly should be.
That will stay in the infield, and it will be dropped. But the infield fly rule means it'll be an out. Fixico is going to try to take third. So Browder will be out because there's 2 runners on first and second, less than 2 outs. We have an advancement on the throw as Mays could not catch it cleanly. So that's the consequence. It's not so much the out, it's the base runner moving. As we now have runners at the corners for Jesse Bain. Bain, really the regular third baseman.
Runner takes advancing to second.
So that would be Rideau. Rideau can run, so if he has a chance, he'll go right away. Not your typical catcher, although Del City, of course, has a fast catcher leading off, but we'll get to that later.
0-2.
And Hardiman gets set in the count 0-2. He is throwing strikes.
And he's got pretty good velocity on it right now. Came out throwing good today.
Inside pitch is taken for a ball. And we go to 1-2 here. Staying alive is Bain, and that is an A-grade lawn care foul ball. Choose A-grade for Lawn Above the Rest. We thank them for being our foul ball sponsor this year for Mid-Dale Baseball. Outside for a ball. 2-2 with 2 outs, 2 men on. Bombers. RBI single for Caden Fixico, scoring Lincoln King. That just misses. I'm surprised Bain even took that pitch. Count goes full. First base is open, so the runners will not take off. But they'll definitely run on contact. Payoff pitch. Fouled off again, and we'll do it again. Another A-grade lawn care foul ball. We'll have a series of games on the Oklahoma Sports Network for 5A West around 4 o'clock. They will be the games that they don't completely determine who goes to state, but they play a big part in that. That's off the glove, and that's going to score a run for Midwest City. As Standifer, I don't know if he was crossed up there, Micah, but
yeah, ball came in high, just outside of the reach of Standifer.
So Fixico scores, Rideau advances to third, and Midwest City gets a 2-0 lead there. It was a walk, so Bain will take first. And now Noah Polston with a chance to give the Bombers another run here. Takes a first pitch strike. So we have seen Hardeman consistently get ahead in the count. This inning again brought to you by Buffalo Wild Wings. Bain is a threat to run, and he will take off. There will be no throw because the runner at third. So now there's runners at second and third.
Looked like the Eagles had a decoy play on there where he threw down to the pitcher. On a quick throw and trying to catch the third baseman off guard. Didn't work out, though.
In the dirt. We can still say in the dirt here is obviously the Mid-Dale schools have turf, but what I'm seeing is they're kind of ahead of the game right now. Still a grass field here at Duncan, though a beautiful field and a beautiful day, so we're not worried about rain making the turf useful here. That pitch gets away, and that's going to score another run. Rideau crosses home. It's 3-0 Bombers. Bain takes third.
Yeah, it looked like that one just got down on Standifer. Wasn't able to capture it in the glove or bounce it off his chest, so it careened off to the left and allowed a run to score.
Still a chance for a little bit more here. We'll see what Polston can do. Polston will take a walk. And this will be an interesting at bat for Midwest City because he's not a regular player for him, not a regular starter. Jalen Muse playing in place of Tavinsky Long. And there's a chance he will have to start. And I say have to, of course he'll gladly do it, but he will need to start the next game for Midwest City. Muse, a left-handed batter, so we have 3 in the lineup. The throw to first. A little low for Blake. He got a hold of it, though, but that obviously led Jesse Bain to think about it. But he'll stay at third base. 3-0 Bombers lead the Eagles, trying to play Duncan for the next game. Loser of this game will play this evening against Santa Fe South. You can hear the Bomber dugout chanting Muse. And again, a stolen base. There will be no throw.
With Muse being a left-handed batter, we've got another slight adjustment in the outfield. The second base is hanging a little bit to the right field side as well.
That is interesting. Midwest City has 3 lefties in this lineup. Normally it's 2. That's outside, and the count goes 2-0. Hardiman now at 24 pitches. And the 25th pitch is a ball. Should Muse reach base, the inning will continue with Aries Sanchez, the 9th place hitter for the Bombers. And he will draw a walk.
One of the keys to Del City winning any of their games is to minimize the big innings. And if we let an inning get away from us, it's really hard to come back from. And so it looks like we have a timeout on the field by Kyle Garcia, and out there talking to his pitcher, trying to get him settled down, get him dialed in.
Del City head coach, second-year head coach Kyle Garcia, also coaches wrestling. It's an interesting combination because wrestling goes into February.
Yeah, he relies heavily on his assistant coaches to come in, get the team prepped, get them ready, has input on it, and is able to check in on him every once in a while. And then once wrestling's done, then he'll come out to the field and keep coaching.
Now batting the left fielder, number 10, Aries Sanchez.
Meanwhile, Midwest City also has a second-year head coach in Landon Vodka. And they had a disappointment last year. They lost this game to Booker T, this first-round game. And they couldn't get to the championship round like they were hoping to, as they were the second highest seed. Sanchez takes first pitch ball. This year, some optimism that things will be different. They're coming to this game with on a bit of a losing streak, though. They've lost some close games. That one is in foul territory. Blake gives it a ride, and Blake Unruh, you don't see it on the camera. I don't think he got out of the camera, but he did make the out. Yeah, and they needed that.
That's a right fielder making the run down and the grab.
That's a good point. In fact, he plays right field was a good thing there.
Yeah.
All right, so Midwest City will enter the bottom of the first inning with a 3-run lead over the Eagles. We'll see what the Eagles can do. And let's go ahead and give you the Del City batting order. Leading off is Jason Standifer, and he's also the catcher. Jacoby Wormsley, the shortstop, bats second. Josh Hardiman, the pitcher, bats third. Ari Mays bats cleanup and plays second base. Braxton Alexander, the left fielder, is the fifth-place hitter. Caden Wiley moving up to the sixth spot. The center fielder, Tygia Sparks Jr. Am I saying that right? Tygie Sparks, okay. Take out that A. Third baseman bats seventh. Colton Halliday bats eighth, playing right field. And as we mentioned, Blake Unruh bats ninth, and he plays first base. All right, the fielders for the Bombers look something like this. So that's Del City's fielders. Okay, Midwest City's fielders look like this. From left to right in the outfield, Aries Sanchez in left, Lincoln King is the center fielder. Jalen Muse in this game will be the right fielder. The infield for Midwest City from third to first, third baseman Jesse Bain, shortstop James Washburn, second baseman Noah Polston. And the first baseman for this game is Caden Fixico, the battery for Midwest City. Behind the plate, it's Terrence Rideau. And the pitcher for Midwest City is Nick Browder. Browder's first year with the program, and first time we have seen him pitch this year. Doesn't mean it's the first time he's pitched. Obviously, we don't show most of the games, but we show some. And this is the first time we've seen him pitch. And obviously for Midwest City, they're hoping he makes things smooth for them if they can get the runs in like they did in the first inning. And then they plan on throwing their ace, Caden Fixico, the next game. This inning brought to you by Patrick Newby State Farm. Patrick Newby is been with the Oklahoma Sports Network for a few years now, and we really appreciate him. Patrick Newby, a family-owned agency since 1978. Scan the QR code or give the agency a call at 405-733-7671. That QR code will stay on the screen, so we would love for you to give it a chance. And here is Standifer standing in as we start the bottom of the first inning.
Jason's really been a strong, quiet leader as a junior for the team. He's been leadoff probably half the season, and he comes from good baseball blood. And,
yes, he does.
And he's just a good, quiet leader for us.
And Muse falls behind the count 2-0. Well, I noticed, by the way, helping out with some other games on the network, Micah, that Jones has a player named Standifer. I don't know if that's a cousin or not. That name's more common than I thought in the baseball circles. That swing is swung on and missed, strike one. By the way, Jones is playing a big doubleheader on the road, trying to get to state in 3A. Inside pitch, and Standifer gets that in the count now, 3-1.
Looks like he's seeing the ball well. He's able to avoid all those balls coming in outside of the strike zone.
All right, here's Nick Browder's 3-1 delivery, and Standifer thought it was a ball. The umps thought differently, and the count goes full. Just a beautiful day for baseball. Thank the weather gods. And the full count is swung on and missed. Strike three. We want to remind you that replays are brought to you by Triple Elite Screen Printing. Triple Elite, find world-class design and hot new styles at Triple Elite. And our strikeouts are also brought to you by Patrick Newby, State Farm. 1 out. Next up for Del City is Jacoby Wormsley, the shortstop. And Wormsley skies one near first base. Caden Fixico right the first base path, but no collision was that imminent, and he's able to catch it cleanly. Of course, Caden Fixico also has some outfield experience, like the other first baseman, Blake Unruh. There's now 2 away. And now here's Josh Hardiman, the pitcher for Del City, trying to give him their first base runner.
Hardiman comes in with our leading batting average at about, it's either 352 or 362.
Either way, that's high.
Yeah, he does a pretty good job.
And he takes a big hack there for a strike.
It's pretty exciting to see him get his first home run of the season during senior night.
Oh, really? That's a great time to do it, yeah.
Yeah, everybody was pretty pumped up about that one.
Well, that was some good heat there from Browder, and he gets in the count 0-2. He was behind in the count, the first hitter here. He's hoping to make this his last hit of the inning, and he's hoping for his second strikeout. Wormsley stays alive with the foul ball. A-grade lawn care foul ball for a lawn above the rest. They'll do some more work, too. They won't just cut your lawns. They'll do some other work on your property. They've done so for me. That one is laced over the shortstop, and it is through for a base hit. Good 2-strike hitting from Hardiman. You can see why he has the batting average he does, and he will be the first Del City base runner.
Now batting the second baseman, number 6, Ari Mays.
So Ari Mays now to the plate. Mays, the cleanup hitter. Is Hardiman a threat to run?
He's got a pretty good lead off there at first. We'll have to see what the timing is on the pitcher to see if he's willing to take that risk.
First pitch was a ball. That pitch is strike. We do see Browder's got some solid velocity. We can hear it. And he gets ahead again, 1 and 2. This time 1 and 2. He got ahead of the last batter, and Hardiman was able to get a single off him. We'll see what he does here.
Yeah, we do run.
There goes the runner, and it's fouled off for an A-grade lawn care foul ball. So Hardeman will head back to first.
Hardeman's
That's
running on a
past
ball.
Rudeau, and that'll be an easy steal of second, and
He's
he'll
going
try to go for third. They get the throw
overthrown.
in. That was overthrown. Now he's going to head for home, and he will be safe at home. And Del City gets a run in thanks to some throwing errors on the part of Midwest City, and it's 3-1.
He's going to have to go take a break on that bench before he comes out and pitches. I think he was huffing and puffing coming around third base.
He may not always see that type of action each game, but yeah, when you consider he started from first and he basically didn't stop running. And the count goes 2-2. Now no one on base. Pitch is high for a ball.
Yeah, opportunities like that for Del City are pretty important that we take advantage of them and get the runs when they can.
Well, now Browder's got to feel a bit of pressure. He wants to get out of this thing, and he does get out as he gets a strikeout swinging. So another Patrick Newby strikeout, and we will take our first break. It's now 3-1 Bombers lead the Eagles. You're watching Mid-Del playoff baseball on the Oklahoma Sports Network. Thank you.
At Tommy's Express Car Wash, we know how to love your ride. Try the Works Wash with our signature 14-step cleaning process. Engineered to shine and shield your car from the elements. From breaking down dirt and bugs with our Detox Pre-Wash to restoring your vehicle's finish with our ceramic body wax. Give your car the best with our Top Wash. Then complete the clean with free vacuums and mat washers. Download our app and get your first 30 days of the works for free. Tommy's Express. Love your ride.
Download our free apps on Apple and Android devices. Plus, find us on Roku, Amazon Fire, and Apple TV. Search Oklahoma Sports Network and watch from anywhere.
One turns up. And welcome back to Mid-Del Baseball on the Oklahoma Sports Network. Jordan Ray and Micah Unruh. Both teams scored a run in the first inning. Midwest City got 3 in as they were able to bat around. And so we will head back to their top of the order when we come back here. Again, this is the top of the second inning. Top of each inning brought to you by Buffalo Wild Wings in Del City, 5500 Tinker Diagonal, Del City. Buffalo Wild Wings, every day is game day. And every day is a good eat when you can come to Buffalo Wild Wings. 3-1 the score.
For the Bombers, the center fielder number 2, Lincoln.
King would not have minded getting hit there. He almost did. It's an inside pitch. It's 2-0. He just wants to get on base however he can. Puts that one in play, but it's slowly hit to Hardeman to the first base side, so that's an easy out. So he reached for that outside pitch.
More of a swinging bunt there, almost.
Yeah.
Yeah, not much there for him. No power behind it. Out there on the end of the bat.
Yeah, it would have been nice for him if there was base runners, then that could be an effective play to move him, but so it'll just be one out. And here comes the shortstop for Midwest City, James Washburn, who grounded out to short his last at bat. Pitch is outside for a ball. And the count goes 2-0.
Couldn't tell if that was a little high or a little outside or maybe both. Who knows?
Washburn being patient, works to count his favor 3-0. And he will take a walk. Washburn has speed, so we'll see if he takes off at its point. Here comes Caden Fixico, who got things started scoring-wise for Midwest City with an RBI single in the first. And one of these teams is going to play Duncan our next game, and then the other team will play Santa Fe South for our third and final game tonight. That's an inside pitch for a strike, and we will be back here tomorrow. Just depends on how the matchups go as far as when we'll be back here. We're hoping both teams are still alive. First pitch to Caden was a strike. Washburn took off. Fixico puts it in play. Washburn needs to head back if that's caught.
Halliday's got it.
And it is caught by Colton Halliday for out number 2.
Nice high fly ball for Halliday to get up underneath. He's not played any right field much this year. He's usually about center, maybe a little bit in left. And then he's also pitched a couple of times. But he was able to, the ball was hit right to him. He's able to stay right there and make the catch.
Right, I assume Blake mostly plays right field. So
it's under spot.
But I don't know if it's a huge adjustment for an outfielder just to move from one spot to another.
Unruh's done a pretty good job. When he was in middle school, he played quite a bit of first in middle school. I've been trying to encourage him to be a little bit more utility than what he wants, but there's a lot of value in a good utility player.
Absolutely. Going to second, and Washburn will get a stolen base. That pitch was called to strike to Terrence Rideau.
Yeah, throwdown was a little bit late. Came in, landed in the glove well after the runner established himself at second base.
Terrence had a bloop single, then later scored, and now he's got an RBI opportunity. He's a very good contact hitter. That pitch is outside. Washburn's going to try to take third. It's a good throw, but Washburn just beats it. A better pitch, and I think Standifer would have probably had him.
Yeah, I was going to say the same thing. That pitch was outside, took Standifer away from third base, increased his throw by a couple of feet. If he'd have been able to just stand up and fire, it would have been taken care of.
Rideau hits it foul territory, and they're making the catch as the third baseman, Tyja Sparks. And no runs for Midwest City as they strand a runner at third. We'll head to the bottom of the second here in Duncan High School. Matchup between the Bombers and Eagles on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Last year, 35% of all auto accident deaths were rollovers. If you've been in a wreck, don't hesitate to call us. This is why you need our number in your phone. This could be you. When you call our firm, you're going to get one of us, not some paralegal or office manager.
Most lawyers, they take more money than their clients. Most of the time, a lot more.
We don't, and we guarantee it.
Download our free apps on Apple and Android devices. Plus, find us on Roku, Amazon Fire, and Apple TV. Search Oklahoma Sports Network and watch from anywhere.
Welcome back to Middale Baseball, Middale Playoff Baseball on the Oklahoma Sports Network. Jordan Ray, Micah Unruh. Micah was telling me off the air that this next batter for Del City, he's sort of their, he gives them the personality.
Yeah, he's their personality guy, hype man. He brings a lot of talk to the game. tries to encourage his players. And so we were sitting beside the dugout at a game last week, and he was just constant, nonstop talking and hyping and getting the energy going.
That player we're talking about, of course, is Braxton Alexander, the left fielder. That was a very good inning pitched by Hardiman. Now it's a question if Del City can go get some base runners.
Alexander leading off for the Eagles, bringing the hype again. Hopefully he is able to get it placed out there.
He'll be followed by Caden Wiley and Taj Sparks.
Number 21, Braxton Alexander.
Alexander, when he's been able to get a hold of him, can place it pretty well and then get down the line as best he can. So looking for a good start.
First pitch of the inning, and that misses for a ball. Nick Browder again, the pitcher for the Bombers. They hope they only use him this game. Obviously, Del City could spoil that like they would want to. This is obviously a rivalry in every sport. Inside pitch, ball 2. At some point, hopefully it's a postseason rivalry in football, but it has been in basketball this year for both girls and boys. And now we get to see it in baseball. And that one is hit pretty well to center field, but Lincoln King does not have to move very far, and he gets the catch and the out. And one away.
Got a hold of it pretty good, but well in front of the warning track. And King didn't have to use any energy on that one.
No, he didn't have to move much at all. And we now have one out. And the other center fielder now up, Caden Wiley.
Yeah, this is a freshman for Del City. Been coming on pretty strong this season. Got inserted into the lineup about a third of the way into the season and has steadily improved throughout.
Swung on and missed. Count goes 1-1. That pitch misses high and in. Browder looking to work quickly here. Again.
That was
goes outside, gets a swing on.
Almost an apologetic swing.
Yeah.
Well, maybe no. Missed that one. Like I said, he is a freshman coming in, still learning the game, doing his best. High pitch.
Kind of the pattern. He's gone up and then down for the strikes, up for the balls. So we're now at
3-2.
3-2.
Yep.
Browder's payoff pitch. That stays high, and that's
right.
ball 4.
So the nice thing about Wiley is he does have speed on the bases, and so we look for him to possibly try to take one.
Number 11, Taji Sparks Jr.
Taj Sparks Jr. now the batter. Well, that's how Del City got their run, is because they were aggressive on the Bates pass.
Yeah, and I wouldn't expect anything less. Taji's been coming on this year. He's grown taller, gotten thinner, gotten some more muscle on him. I look forward to seeing this at bat.
First pitch swinging, strike 1. Browder has not had many called strikes this game. They're either swinging and missing, or it's a ball, or swinging and making contact as they got a base hit. That scored a run. Go back to first.
Got the pick.
Oh, they got him.
So just like football is a game of inches, baseball is
Yeah.
a game of milliseconds. He missed that read by just a half a second and got picked off at first base. Second out.
Well, so that's where being aggressive can work against you a little bit. It helped Del City the first inning, at least their second out here. And that part of that, we'll see what happens on this first pitch here, this next pitch. That guy to center.
That might be trouble.
It's going to, there's Washburn coming on as it was shallow, and so no bloop single there. Well, I was going to say real quick, Mike, that one thing that helped Midwest City is their first baseman, Fixico, is left-handed.
Yes, that does help quite a bit.
On that tag, I think it helped. And they won't have that for their next game, Midwest City, because they'll be pitching. All right, we will head to the third inning here on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Home isn't just where you live, it's where you thrive. Elevate it with a roof that reflects your standards. At Cantrell Roofing, we deliver efficiency and high-quality installations. Our A-plus BBB certified team performs the highest level of craftsmanship, and our in-house insurance adjuster handles claims fast and stress-free. Backed by 30 years of experience, our 5-star Google rating reflects the trust we've earned. The better your roof is built, the better it holds up in the Oklahoma weather. Remember, got hail? Call Cantrell.
Welcome back to Middale Playoff Baseball on the Oklahoma Sports Network. It's Midwest City and Dell City. It's two Middale schools doing battle in Duncan, and it's the postseason. This is, of course, this will remind you a lot throughout this game. This is not an elimination game. The first two games are not elimination games. The first three are not elimination games. And then we start playing elimination games after that. Both teams are going to play 2 games today, and it'll be the next 2 games after this, and we'll have both of them on the network. As it's always exciting when we can have 2 Middale schools in the same place. It makes showing the games even easier. Probably the first time in a while 2 Middale teams have met in the playoffs. Can't say ever, but I would think it's been a while. Nick Browder coming up. Takes an outside pitch. Of course, Dell City's been to the Carl Albert Regional a couple times, but they never played Carl Albert. And again, showing patience, works the count in his favor, 3-0. Hardiman now at 43 pitches on the day. Jesse Bain waits for Midwest City. And that is ball 4. So this is Browder's first time to reach base. And we'll see how aggressive he is as Jesse Bain comes up. Also, we expect to have Elgin's games on the Oklahoma Sports Network. They're down to 4A, so their postseason is a little different. They're just playing one team, and it's best 2 of 3. They played 2 games today. Bain showing bunt. Pulls back. And that's 5 straight balls for Hardiman. And Mikey had good control last inning. He's getting a little bit away from him at the moment. That'll help. It's a foul ball. Strike 1.
Yeah, I've been watching, trying to see if he's overthrowing or just missing. And I think it may be a little bit of both. The heart in these boys is strong. I know they want to do the best they can. And so there's been times when they've been on the mound and just overthrown and lost their control.
That pitch catches the top part of the strike zone for strike 2. So now he's thrown 2 straight strikes. So he's looking now for his first strikeout. He'll get it.
Right.
And we'll see that again in our Triple Elite screen printing replay. Triple Elite, find world-class design and hot new styles. And 1 away for Midwest City. That's a Patrick Newby strikeout. Please scan the QR code to get a free quote. 1 away now for Noah Polston.
Browder doesn't look too impatient at first. He's been sticking around, not taking advantage of a steal opportunity.
Yeah, now that command is back for Hardiman. He gets in the count here 0-1.
Yeah, I think he's taking a little bit off of it, bringing his command and his aim back into play. I say that as he throws a low ball.
You know what? When you're up in the count, you don't mind one.
And he's got a good trust of Standifer behind the plate there, being able to knock those down.
That's one thing I was told that he has in common with his brother Cale. Standifer's just a solid catcher all around. Foul ball, strike two. A-grade lawn care foul ball.
Yeah, I think him and his brother may have worked out a little bit together, learning the position. Standifer's also good in other places. He's a fine pitcher and is able to play some utility as well.
Low, ball two. Polston, who may pitch some in this postseason. Question will be when. He could start on Saturday if Middle City gets that far. Drew a walk his last trip and stole a base.
Came in high.
Takes a pitch there that looked like it was about to hit that strike zone, but say not quite, and it's a full count. Browder has been content to stay at first. This may be a pitch count he runs in. No, he does not, and it's a good decision not to. Not that it would have mattered because it's ball four. And Middle City has 2 on now. And Noah Polston gets on base twice. So an opportunity here for Jalen Muse, who drew a walk his last time. Again, he's not a regular. And I kind of answered your question about Browder. He's not a regular, or he's pitching. So they're going to bring in a courtesy runner for him. When they hear, you might have heard Bain in to run. That's the other Bain, Raymond Bain.